what that woman she been doing to me. Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman she's been doing to me? Can't you see? We're gonna buy a ticket now. Can't you see? As far as I can. What that woman I ain't never coming back. Can't you see? Ride me southbound. Can't you see? All the way to Georgia now. What that woman till the train is run on a track. We would like to welcome you guys here this afternoon on a Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday, right? And sounds like the restrictions are getting loosened up, which is good. And we've been having these live streams kind of throughout the last 6 months, maybe. Actually, it's been.
Yeah, the first one was the end of March last year. Wow.
We've been doing them for a year. And we just kind of switched things up here over the last couple, the last one we had here about 3 weeks ago, something like that, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And hang on. We've been pretty fortunate over the years to have had a lot of good musicians in our band, but not a lot of musicians in our band, which is, I think, kind of a key thing. So not a lot of turnover, but when we did, we had good people. And our last stream was Derek Berg and Danny Erickson. And this afternoon here, Carl is going to play with us, and we're bringing him in here. Come on in, Carl. Hey, hey. Carl Johnson. Yes, sir. Carl played with our band. We were talking here before we started at 4 o'clock here, and I think it was 1988 and part of 89. Yep. And Danny played with us from 84 to
right when you started.
Right. And so then Danny retired, and then Carl came and kind of put me into a guitar piano situation, which. That was probably the weakest link out of the 37 years we've been around.
I'll tell you what, Rod, watching the videos of you playing guitar, and you look good, and you sounded, you had it down. I don't remember any of this. I was watching this video, and it's like, wow.
If I can interject, I think we got a new agency, and they said, hey, get a real drummer.
I think you're right.
But I think they did say you're a good-looking, good singer. Get yourself out front. I think was the rest of that story. But
well, you guys are much too kind. You guys at home, don't believe all the stuff you're hearing. But yeah, so Carl joined us in 1988 and was with us for about a year and 4 months, I believe it was. And we did some traveling. And Carl, when you're talking, we got a noise gate on your microphone, so might be kind of chopping you off. Don't be afraid to talk louder.
Okay.
And we were talking beforehand, and I remember a lot of worthless information, but I'll tell you what, Carl has me beat because he was bringing up stories that I did not remember, things I did not remember, like 50 mice. He'll say that later. Yeah. I don't remember that. Maybe I just blocked it out.
What?
Yeah. True story. All of my stories are true.
50 mice?
Yeah, I'll prompt you later, or you just tell it.
Does it fit in now, or should we wait?
Sure.
Were they blind mice?
We were playing at.
We were.
Was this at Sterling? No.
No, this may have been maybe the first week that we hit the road.
Sedalia?
Sedalia, Missouri.
Yep, we're the home of the state fair in Missouri.
And we were at a club in Sedalia, and the club owner owned a trailer home that he put all the bands up.
And it was
performed
top
there.
notch, folks.
It was
So-
top notch.
So we stayed in
My
a
first
trailer?
week with the rock and roll lifestyle was deflated my my image
That
real
was
quick.
quite
but,
an initiation.
anyways, we were in this trailer house out in a hot cornfield,
I
and we
I don't remember
since
this
we
at
had
all.
a full kitchen.
and I was there.
You were there. Oh yeah, you were
All
there.
right.
And since we had a full kitchen, we were able to go get our own groceries, and we all got our own loaf of bread and cereals and whatever else we bought. And then we went and performed that night. Got back at 2 in, and it was a war zone in the kitchen. All of
Really?
our breads and cereals had been devoured by mice.
I don't remember this.
There were. It was literally obliterated, and we had to sleep in that for a week.
That's why we make the top dollar.
We put our food out in the van every night or every day, and I didn't sleep so good that
So
that
you
week,
you
but-
guys were not like Frank Costanza. You didn't tolerate infestation.
Yep. Welcome to the
Wow.
road, Carl.
All right. Well,
Maybe before we should have. What are you up to, Carl, in the last 32 years?
oh yes. Tell us about what you're doing.
Okay. Well, most of you or some of you would know that playing with this band was probably one of the most monumental years of my life because it led to meeting my wife, Lisa, right here in this wonderful town of Rushford. And what began as a cool new experience for me has turned out to be just a very awesome lifelong memory for me. And I want to thank you guys.
I'm glad we could help out, Carl. I mean, aside from the mice and everything, I'm glad that everything turned out okay.
Things turned out great. I've been a business owner, owning a skateboard shop, a drum shop, and now I am a partner in a car dealership in La Crosse now.
You had a bicycle shop too.
And oh yeah, yeah.
I still have my bike.
Smith's Bicycle Shop. I owned Smith's Bicycle Shop for 25 years in La Crosse, and sold that 5 years ago this month to explore other venues.
Yeah.
What's the name of your car lot?
Cooley Auto. We recently just purchased the Perkins in the north side of La Crosse, and we specialize in bringing in southern rust-free vehicles. And I've got a great partnership with a great group of professional men that are bringing in the finest used automobiles to the Cooley region.
Very good.
Yeah. So
Super.
that's what I'm up to. 33
right.
years in a snapshot. Oh, and 3 beautiful children.
Yeah.
27-year-old Anna, 24-year-old Emma, and my 21-year-old son Josh.
And
Good
Josh,
deal.
who can
And,
kick your ass in golf,
So
right?
He is. He's a good golfer.
I remember you posting something. I think it was on Facebook, and this might have been 2 years ago even. Because how old's your son now?
He's almost 21.
Okay, this might have been 5 years ago, but it was a long time ago. And he teed it up, and he was hitting it like 250, and he might have been only 15, 14 years old. I'm
Yep.
not sure, but it was a while ago.
Yep. That's
and
Josh.
So he's doing well.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've got a daughter getting married pretty soon, I think. And
We've got a wedding coming up in August.
yep, good for you.
So bring on the live music. Bring on
Yes.
all the things that need to get going to get this country back. And I think
Yep.
things are turning around for the good here. So
When Carl was with us, probably a little bit more of a rock and roll edge. Carl is a rock and roller, and I guess I don't even know what our definition is as individuals, us. But Carl's a little bit more on the rock and roll edge of things, and so we've got a few songs to play. We've got some videos. Actually, I think Bruce found some videos yesterday.
I think Nancy's dancing in it. I'm not positive, but I think it might be Nancy dancing with Kelly. Not
Sweet.
sure.
All right. So we got some videos of Carl playing, and this is obviously back in 1988. So we haven't seen a lot of these, and
I've never
So-
seen them.
yeah, well, it's gonna be kind of fun. So anyway, let's not waste any more time. We'll play some tunes, we'll play some videos, and we'll tell some stories. Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Woman. That would be Carl's wife, Lisa's, one of her favorite songs. And I'm no Mick Jagger, but let's try it. You ready?
And I'm no Charlie Watts. But,
All right.
but I'm going to try.
All right, let's do this. You ready? Hey! I met a tinsel ballroom queen down in Memphis. She tried to take me upstairs for a ride. She must have heaved me right across her shoulders, 'cause I just can't seem to drink her off of my mind, because she's a honky-tonk woman. Give me the honky-tonk blues. I met a divorcee down in New York City. I must have really put up one hell of a fight. The lady said she'd cover me with roses. She blew my nose and then she blew my mind. All because she's a honky-tonk woman. Give me the honky-tonk blues. Because he's a honky-tonk woman. Give me the honky-tonk blues. Because he's a honky-tonk woman. Give me the honky-tonk blues. Yeah, Carl's got a nice groove. You got a nice groove, Carl. Some nice runs, and you have to teach me some of that stuff sometime before it's too late. It's been 37 years, for crying out loud. You're kind of you got into Poison a little bit back in the late 80s, early 90s, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We used to do quite a bit of Poison. I mean, we probably did 6, 7. My favorite one, and we could never do it now without rehearsing it, was
Ride the Wind.
yes, Ride the Wind is
Oh, yeah.
just absolutely love that tune.
Remember that one, Mike?
I'd
Should we
like-
try it? I think Bruce sang it.
No. No.
We don't even know who sang it.
I think I sang that one for a while,
Did you?
but I don't remember almost the first thing of that song
I
anymore.
think we only did it maybe 10 times at the most. The memorable one was at that ice fishing contest in Wisconsin.
Dodge, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
And there was
Was
that
Carl
hum.
with us?
No.
No,
wasn't
I don't
with us
think
for
I
that
was
one?
there. on ice
And there was
fishing
that
contest.
hum, electrical hum, the whole time, and it was packed, and the acoustics were horrible, and we were hearing and it wasn't in the same key as the song. It was actually a nightmare.
Actually, it was low voltage, but we didn't even know that till probably 5 years later when we got the same thing, and we had a voltage meter, and we heard the same thing, and we were like, oh, yeah, 5 years ago, that's what it was. We were trying to figure out why we had this feedback when nothing was playing, nothing was on.
Yeah, it was low voltage on the equipment, so it was actually a piece of the equipment that was making that noise.
Okay.
Like a
So-
board or something.
That
Anyway.
was probably early 90s in Dodge. We also had the same problem at the Days Inn
Yes,
over in
for a
La
wedding.
Crosse, and that was, late 90s, probably 80.
Same deal.
Probably 98, 99. Same thing. We had that hum coming through the speakers. We never able to get it fixed that night.
You should maybe play that because that reminds me of Buck Naked stuff. You should maybe play
Which
that
one?
one.
Which song?
Buck Naked. We did Buck Naked.
Oh, do we have it on video?
Oh yeah. And
That's because
Mike,
I mean, all of a sudden we went from low voltage to buck naked, and I'm like,
That
where
one we did
where's
without
this?
Carl at that time.
oh okay. Oh yeah. Skip that. But the reason I think of that is because they had that low voltage at that wedding, and we did that song at that time. That's why. But anyway, Mike just chatted with us. Hell ye is.
Okay.
Well-
We
I'd like to think I brought poison to this group. 'cause,
There you go.
I think you probably did.
I still remember we're setting up somewhere. You're setting up your drums. It was a summer outdoor thing, and you said, you got to hear this version of Your Mama Don't Dance. Poison does just a kick-ass version of it, and
Yep.
and you're right. It's the best version.
You want to
there
try
is.
that?
B, we practiced it the other night for this.
We got together with
Hoping
Carl. We actually about 20 minutes to 4 we started running through a few songs to try to,
I don't know if we did. Yeah,
be
we didn't do
somewhat
this one.
presentable.
We did not do this one. No.
We know we
Oh.
didn't do this one, but
Should we do the other
Um,
one first to
yeah, we can.
Well,
Get another
first,
warmed up.
Lee Glenna requested this one.
Oh, Ride the Wind.
No, Fallen Angel.
Oh yeah.
But we don't know that one, Lee.
I'd be scared because I did not remember that.
It sounds like Bruce knows it, though.
Kind of.
Which one are we doing now?
We're gonna try nothing but nothing but a good time, right?
We're doing that one or Your Mama Don't Dance?
I think nothing but a good time first, correct? Isn't that what you do? One we actually know first. Maybe we don't know that one.
which one did we practice?
Your
Ne-
Mama Don't
neither.
Dance. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did neither. with
Neither,
you.
Carl.
We did every rose.
Every rose. Oh yeah.
Should we do that one? Let's
Let's
do
do
that
that
one
one.
Sure.
first.
Let's do
Every
that.
rose.
All right, take that guitar off or leave it on. Yeah. We'll try one we know, or we think we know. We both lie silent and still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess it's why they say every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. I listen to a favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say loud again, but easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? And I know she'd be here right now if I could have let you know somehow. I guess every rose has its thorn. Yeah, just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its his stone. Need a while out, I could still feel so much pain. Like a knife that cuts you, the wound heals. Like a scar, that scar remains. No one could have said the love that night I found it. Don't know what to say. Instead of making love, we both made our separate ways. But now I hear about somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. Here that tears me up inside, and to see you cuts me like a knife against the rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Yeah, just like that. Before we get the next live song going, we've got some birthdays. It's a huge birthday month for friends and family. We've got some nieces and niece and nephew out there. Cora and Sawyer had birthdays. My dad, Denny, has a birthday here at the end of the month. I've got some from my wife's side of the family. Mark and Linda have birthdays today. Anybody else, guys?
Oh yeah. According to Mike Lassen on the chat, Brett Michaels' birthday is tomorrow. So mark that baby down.
Mike would know.
How does he know that?
Hey, my brother Jim has a birthday coming up the 22nd.
Jim Overland, another year older.
Maddie Benke just had a birthday on the 10th.
Every year is a gift, and every day is a gift.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
You have a birthday in about 7 months.
Yeah, about 7 months.
Super. Carl, when's your birthday?
August.
You got a ways to go.
Yep.
It's right around the corner.
Hey, do you guys recall when we used to ask the people in the audience to guess the youngest member of the band?
I do remember that.
And
They would always guess.
I can't recall, but I remember they used to always guess the same person, and I wasn't quite the youngest. Was it you?
No, I think I'm older than you.
Dennis
are
is the
you?
youngest, and they'd always guess
Yeah,
Tweet
maybe
is the
Dennis was
youngest.
youngest. That's what it was.
We
And
wasn't in the
they
band
used to
yet,
guess.
I think.
I looked like I was 15, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they probably guessed you for the year that you were there.
I was 22. but-
You had this spiked blonde hair, tall, thin, like a, and you were like a city boy to me anyway, because you were from La Crosse.
Yeah.
So I felt like kind of like a hick, and you were this big city
Sophisticate.
blonde
You were a sophisticate.
Hey, I don't know.
skateboarder boy.
You guys probably didn't notice this detail, but when I came to try out for you guys, and you were set up in the basement of Stumpy's, and I had never been to Rushford, Minnesota before, but I put on my shiniest cowboy boots that I could find.
Did you really?
Yep. I was joining a country band. And I had a pair of tennis shoes in my gym bag.
Were they Vans or
Because
what were they?
I was wearing Vans. I was a skateboarder, you know.
Yeah.
And, there's no way I could play with cowboy boots on. But that's what I wore to the.
Did you go buy them or did you have them?
I think I already owned them. They didn't get a whole lot of use, but
Right. Yeah.
I think that might have sealed the deal that night. But no No lie, I wore those down into Stumpy's when I first introduced myself to you guys.
Interesting. And
Yep.
the truth comes out.
Yep.
Um,
Good stuff.
Before we play another live one, you want to cue up Stand Up? Can you get that one queued up, Stub? Good buddy of ours, Ronnie, out there, likes some of the old stuff we used to do. And this is back in '88 when Carl was playing with us. So I would have been over on keyboards, I guess, on this song. That's probably why you don't hear any keyboards. I think they're-
Stub and I lived with Ronnie for about 9 months, so if anybody wants any inside stories, we got them.
Oh, yeah. The old toe-touching Liberty Street. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Something by Mel McDaniel called Stand Up.
Are you, Ronnie?
Ever had a high tail, one of those can't-wait things going a little too far? In the middle of a good night, have you ever got right in the backseat of your car? I said, stand up. Have you ever been there? Stand up. Identify. Stand up. Tell us all about it. Stand up. Testify. Ever met a woman, late night romance, called it till your money was gone. Smiling Mona Lisa, loaded up the visa, took a bar, turned her home. I said, stand up, if you ever been there, stand up, identify, stand up, come on and tell us all about it, stand up, testify. Stand up, boys. Toto was a he-man, do it just for me, man, you just what to do. Toto was a hero, she rated me a zero, only tell you ain't through. I said stand up, if you ever been there, stand up, identify, stand up, tell us all about it, stand up, testify. Hello there. I said stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, testify.
That was on a Sunday afternoon, obviously August 21st, 1988 at 6:25 p.m. I tell you what, that was what would have been with B&B Sound and Stage. We used to do quite a few B&B Sound and Stage out of Cashton, Wisconsin. They would organize multiple band events, normally on a Sunday, and they would be in a lot of the smaller town communities in the south or in the La Crosse area, kind of. And we did quite a few of those, and they were always a lot of fun. And the Brigand guys were fun to work with. Back then, we'd be playing, 180, 225 days a year, and it was always a vocal struggle for me on those Sundays. If you sing correctly, evidently you can sing all day, every day, and never burn out. Evidently, I don't sing correctly because come Sunday, I was a bit washed up. But
It's giving you that gravelly voice that you got now.
Gravelly gravitas.
You were ragged but right.
Let's try another Poison one, and we got to get some more videos queued up there. I'm not sure if you got something. Yeah, we can figure something out. Nothing but a good time. Poison. Should we try this? Yeah.
Your mama don't dance.
Oh, yeah. Let's try Your Mama Don't Dance. You play piano on that tweet. I'm sorry, guys at home, but we're just getting organized here.
Yep, no key change. We used to do a key change in there. Couldn't remember where it went, so. Right.
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to head to town, where do you go? To rock and roll. The old folks say that you gotta eat your dad by 10. If you're out all the day, don't you bring a home a leg, 'cause it's a sin. You know there's no excuse, and you know you're gonna lose, you never win. I'll say it again, and it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to hit the town, where do you go? To rock and roll. You see me pulled into a drive and we found a place to park. Hopped into the back seat, we know it's nice and dark. I'm just about to move and thinking it's a breeze. Then like my eye, like I said, out of the car long hair. Well, Louie, you come on with me to the local police. And it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to head to town, where do you go? You gotta rock it, rock it. Well, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock. It just ain't cool and you ain't about to stop. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock. Your mama don't dance, no. She just don't dance, no. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll.
Just hit me where that key change is. It's right before that second.
I think you're right. Mike Lassen just requested a story of when you jumped off the Silver Bullet stage and broke your ankle.
Oh, wow. Mike, you remember that?
You did? Was I alive then?
Okay.
I'm like, I was there and I'm missing all this stuff. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, so here's the drums. Here's the drums that I played towards the end of the year and a half with you guys.
I'm gonna own those one day, by the way.
Yeah, Rod wants these. My
It
beautiful,
is a
my
beautiful set.
Yamahas here. I didn't play this electronic toy stuff here, but anyway, story here. I think it was the first night that I owned these drums, and I tell you, when I got these drums, this was a big event in my life because I got a brand new set of drums and real high end ones. But anyway, Silver Bullet downtown La Crosse had a beautiful stage. I think it was about a 4-foot tall stage. And we were setting up, and I'm pretty limber.
I think you probably
but
still are.
off and on the stage, and I jumped off the stage during the sound check to go do something or to check something, and I rolled my left ankle.
Mm.
And I didn't break it, but it was the worst ankle injury I've ever had, and I've had a few. And my hi-hat leg is always going. I mean, if you
So
watch
did
me
you
even
play
now-
that night?
So I could not move that foot. I just drugged myself up in ibuprofen, and my that just stood stagnant the whole night, and it just about drove me nuts. But
I'm with you, Rod.
the show had to go on.
I don't remember this.
Yep.
Man, faintly, just
Mike
a
has
faint
got a
memory.
memory like an elephant.
Yeah.
You might too, because you remember
Was
all-
Mike running our sound at that point?
No, how does he know that?
Was he doing? He might. I don't.
He
don't
wasn't
know.
out of high school yet.
He must have just heard this.
I mean, that building we played in, that's been tore down for 20 years.
Yep, that's where the Pischke Jeep
Yeah.
car lot is right now,
Yeah, the other
downtown
guy.
lacrosse.
The other guy.
We have to do the REM song.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Carl's you're an REM guy, I think.
I was a big REM guy.
Have you seen him live?
I never saw him live, but my band that I was in before joining you guys, we played a lot of REM,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
so yeah, this goes back to my high school right here.
Good memories then.
Good stuff.
REM. You guys ready? Ready? All right, here we go. I'll count it out. You got it? Perfect.
This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. Another prop has occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Fire. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. A simple prop has occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Fire. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop has occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Fire.
Nice job, guys. That ending is not not simple.
We didn't quite nail it, but it was close.
Pretty
Well,
close for having
never-
never played it together ever in the history of the world.
No, I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. We started it
And
at 2:45.
Mike,
today.
Mike just informed me that I told him the story about your ankle,
Okay.
something that I don't remember.
All right.
But Mike does. So apparently I remembered it at some point in time.
That's
You
awesome.
you guys also don't remember getting stiffed for $150 up in Winnipeg, but I reminded you.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Remind me of something positive once. We're stiff for 150. We got 50 mice running around.
That could be why we don't remember if we locked those.
But I'll remind you of something positive.
All right.
Remember when we played for a Nitty Gritty Dirt Band? The must have been the first time, 1995
In the lacrosse center,
at Lacrosse Center.
there was
And,
nothing,
we were-
nothing
we were-
positive about that day.
We were in contact with Phil and Joe Casper throughout the day, and
Okay.
they were like had a couple thousand tickets sold, and we
Oh,
were
yes.
like, "Wow,
Right,
this
yeah.
is awesome!" And as the day went by, it was like a couple hours later, "How's it going?" And they're like 3,500 tickets sold. By the time it started, there were 6,500.
They oversold, I think.
Yeah, it was basically sold out. The floor
Oh.
had tables on it.
They were
So it
behind-
wasn't like the old days where 8,000 could fit in there, but there were 6,500 people there. And when we got there, they just kept updating us with the numbers, and it was like this is the whole night was a nightmare. But to play in your favorite place in the world, or mine anyway, and to play to a full house was just unbelievable. So anyway, that's a positive story.
And another positive story, we were in Sterling, Colorado for a week.
Now this is going to be funny. Is there more?
Huh?
There's more.
I'm sorry.
There's more to the story.
I think it's still the story I was telling you earlier.
Oh,
about
but,
the mice.
No,
Oh, no,
no, that was Sedalia, Missouri.
Okay,
but
sorry.
we were in Sterling, Colorado for 1 week, and anyway, the owner.
Beulah.
No, that was in Laramie, Wyoming.
yeah.
Okay.
The woman that you called Beulah.
That's
The same name
But,
as Carl's grandma.
Anyway,
so.
the owner of the hotel with the lounge had I think teenage daughters, and they watched us every evening, and they liked us so much that he wanted us to stay the next week. I think just because his daughters had asked him if Troubleshooter could play for another week, but he was going to bump the band that was already en route to come
Really?
there, and he was willing to pay us more than what they paid us the week before because they liked us so much, but we thought it was unethical for him to bump the other band that was already coming.
wow.
So we said thank you, but no thank you.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because that was the first. After you bring up that, what was the name of the town?
Sterling, Colorado.
Sterling. I think that was the first time they ever heard us, because I've never heard us play before, and live anyway. And at this, it was a small hotel lounge, and we. So you were drumming, and I wasn't playing on this particular song that we were learning. And so I took a chair, went out on the dance floor, and sat there. We turned the main PA on, and it was Phil Collins' "Groovy Kind of Love." And yeah, it was it was really fun to hear it and hear the keyboards and the mix and the bass and so on and drums, and it was really fun to listen to.
Instead of being in the back of the stage.
Yeah, right. And you know, when you're back there where you are, you know, all you hear is you hopefully hear what key you're in and drums, and that's,
Yep.
you know, you kind of struggle with that,
Yep.
especially when you have to sing. So that was really kind of a cool moment for me, and I remember that. And it was pretty cool.
Excellent.
So
You know, we were playing over at that campground over by Galesville. Champions,
yeah,
and that
fun
was
place to go.
and that was a fun gig. And you were behind the drums playing. I don't know what key is this in? I'm trying to sing. What key is this in? And I turn. I go, Rod, you are right. You're right on key. Just don't worry about it. But it's hard sometimes for you to hear even what key we're in. Sometimes in some
Sometimes
of those
it
gigs.
is,
Some of those
yeah.
gigs, yeah.
So then what happens is you start singing louder and harder than you need to, just by natural habit to try to figure out where you're at, and it wears you out, you know, and you get drained. But we're running. How about another video?
Real quick, I just
Yeah.
want to say when we were at Colorado, or not Colorado, Wyoming.
Laramie.
Yeah. There was a guy that looked like Toots. Remember? And he came every night.
I don't, but
He came every night, and then he invited us to the Wyoming Cowboys, the college, to their football
the
game.
football game, yeah.
And we went there during the
remember
day,
that.
drank beer all day. We were going to play that night and then pack
We
up and
did not. Come on.
pack up and drive home. We drank beer after the game, I think. They sold beer there, didn't they?
Yeah, we drank there all day long, I believe.
And didn't you have a bet, Rod? Wyoming was
Oh, yes.
we're like 50-point underdogs.
56. I remember that.
And you tell the story.
Yeah. We sat down. We had good seats. They were high, but 50-yard line. I remember the visiting team was 56 points.
Saw a story in a paper. Suddenly the band's bad news. The credits all like directed to the time, but they seem a bit confused. Oh, is it both the rock, the country? Oh,
And I go, Stub, I bet you $20. I'm going to take the underdogs if you give me the 56 points. Stub goes, you're on. Opening kickoff. The underdogs take the opening kickoff all the way for a touchdown. 7 points, so I'm up 63 to nothing. I'm like, this is $20 in the hand.
I don't remember that tale.
No,
I
and
remember the game, but
yep, I lost. I mean, I think it was 65 to 7 or something like that, or 72 to 7 or something.
It was 70-something. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But anyway, it was so much fun.
And it was a beautiful fall day in
Yes.
Colorado.
Yep, probably late September.
Or Wyoming, I'm sorry. It was just
It
awesome.
was the guy who got us the tickets or helped us get us tickets. We went to his house.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
before the game or after the game?
Before the game,
Before
I
the
believe.
game, we kind of had a
Toots?
little,
Yes,
Looked like
you're right.
Toots.
I
Yeah, he looked
started to
just
come
like
back to
Toots.
me. It did look like Toots.
We went to his place first and had something to eat and had a couple drinks there. Then we went to the game and had a couple beers.
Had a
there.
couple drinks there, and then we went to Cowboys, and Beulah rang her bell.
And played 5 hours.
yep, it was a 5-hour gig there. Every night.
Yep, 8 to 1, and then
Yep.
we tore down and drove all night to come home. God, to be 21 again.
Now, didn't we talk about this place our last?
You did.
Yeah, and we were talking about this before we started tonight to the people at home, and Carl was talking about this same club and how, you know, you get 5 songs in the jukebox and you have to break at a certain time, and it's only so long. And Carl was you were saying she had a bell.
She had a bell, and if we weren't on the stage when that 5th song during the break was done,
She
rang
rang the bell
Yeah.
to let the entire place know
Yep. That the
that we
band
were a
was-
bunch of losers.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
But Carl reminded us that she liked us and wanted us
Well,
back.
By the end of the week, we were packing that place out, and that was one of the biggest clubs that we played at. And
It was big.
She made some money off the troubleshooter that
Yeah.
weekend. And when she went to pay us, she asked if we can come back again soon. And I think you said we have to want to come back. And
Ooh.
we never did go back.
I didn't know I was such a hardcore.
Like Rod, our fearless leader.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. We got some more Carl video, and again, it's a video that was set up on a tripod. It's not zoomed in on anyone in particular, but Carl's drumming, and it's that same Sunday afternoon on August 21st, 1988.
Ship across the sea.
I have to say to guitar players out there, I was playing through an original Silver Jubilee Marshall head and 4x12, and then I was
So that's what made you play Beyond the Ending? Or?
no,
Oh.
that I was using a
Sorry.
a GT8 Roland GT8, just a distortion pedal through that beautiful amplifier. And then it wasn't until later when I realized that amplifier could make. Slash uses that. It's one of the best amps ever made. And here I was using a cheap distortion pedal through that. And anyway, guitar players, if you're watching, you'd be cringing.
And piano players, if you're listening, hopefully you weren't paying too much attention to the.
I didn't hear one bad note
No, he
on
had
that keyboard.
it
That was
down.
very good. I
Yeah.
thought.
And drummers, if you're watching, and I'm sure I have a few drummer friends.
While we're apologizing,
Yeah.
go
Those
ahead.
were not my drums. That was another band. I don't think they were terrible, but mine were cooler.
Stub.
It doesn't get any better. Actually, I was better then than I am now, so I'm not saying a word.
Oh, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Carl, thanks for coming out and joining us again here after however many years it's been.
Well, thank you for inviting me and reminiscing. And again, it was one of the best years of my life because of all the things that have unfolded because of it. So,
Good.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
It's been awesome, and I'm glad we're all healthy and keeping it going.
You bet. We're doing things are loosening up. We're going to be hitting the streets. We have we actually have quite a few gigs scheduled for this summer. So I'm not going to get into them all right now, but check out the Facebook page. We'll be sending out some constant contact emails and so on. We got some county fairs and street dances and things planned, some campgrounds and things, probably a dozen things throughout the summer, and which is about a dozen more than last summer. So we're looking forward to it. We're trying to get together and play some tunes and stay in practice and keep you guys involved and interested. So enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a great week. Carl's going to take us home, and this is the only country song we're playing tonight. It's from back in the 80s, one of their first #1 hits for Alabama. I think one of their first ones. It's called Mountain Music, and hopefully we'll do another live stream sometime soon, and we'll keep you guys informed, all right? You guys ready? 3, 4. Oh, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Then I'll flow down the river to the cage and hide away. Drift away like Tom Sawyer, ride around with old Huck Finn, take a nap like Grandpa Van Winkle. He's dreaming again. Oh, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Then I'll flow down the river to the cage and hide away. Yeah. We'll swim across the river just to prove that I'm a man. Spend the day being lazy, just being nature's friend. Climb a long tall hickory, painted over skinning cats, playing baseball with shirt rocks, years and song mess, that's full bats. We'll play some back home, come on music
That comes from the heart.
Play something with lots of feeling.
'cause that's where music has to start. Oh, play me some of music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Then I'll go down the river to the Cajun hideaway. Hey, hey. You go, Carl. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Won't you play? Yeah, yeah. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Won't you play? Yeah, yeah. Yeehaw! You guys have a good week. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, you guys, for joining us. Be safe. We'll see you again. Take care, you guys. Thank you.